Hey guys, welcome to Avenues of Wisdom. Are you there? Are you there? I think I see you. My name is Kim. If you haven't been here before, I speak things on all light, love, and wisdom from my personal experiences, all the things I've learned on my journey, sharing it from me to you. Subscribe below if you haven't yet. I have so much more content coming. And I wanted to do just a life update, just to connect with you first of all, and tell you how I've been feeling, what's been going on. As I finished my first level 2 fieldwork at the end of March, that was a huge growth for me as far as being an occupational therapy student, and now I'm getting to actually transition into, a clinician and have that freedom to have my skills and kind of be free with it, because the classroom can kind of, it's feeding all this information to you, but when you actually get to practice and connect with people and touch each other, despite all the circumstances, that's where I thrive the most, and that's how some of you may feel as well. But as far as a life update, I've just been kind of slowing it down because that pace was so fast. I had to kind of balance out myself, and if any of you know what that's like, I bet you do. So I've just been spending it with my family and kind of trying to relax, having some more free time to kind of just be, in that fast-paced world as far as, caring for others, being a therapist. You're constantly in the mode of doing, and that can be extremely, that could be extremely taxing on you. So it was me having to create a balance and a routine throughout that whole 3-month fieldwork, where I had to be aware of my energy levels, how I was sleeping, what I was doing before bed, and how I was conserving my energy, because it was my number one priority as far as me growing as a student. And into a clinician, it's like I intended to every day be my best. I took notes every day, because how are you taking in all this information about so many patients? So I'd have a little piece of note paper at the beginning of the day going over, patient information. I would write win the day at the top, and my CI would peep it. I'd be like, yep, that's what we're on, win the day. So I thought he probably thought that was funny, but it had set an intention for me to stay in the space of the light, the love, and the peace that I set myself in each morning, because to go into a world where people are needing so much care and so much empathy and compassion, on top of already, learning all these therapeutic skills, these things, these healing modalities, it can be so challenging. So where was I going with that? There was a point that I was connecting. I think I was going as far as, finding a balance and being aware of it, first of all, because how are you supposed to create a balance if you're not aware of what you're needing, so that you can be there and provide something for someone else that is needing. And that's what I was having to really be aware of. So that was kind of an overview as far as me setting my intention to win each day, despite the challenges or, someone or something trying to throw me off my state of peace, So that was a challenge. And as far as my advice to you is to just stay in that space of light, doing your best each day, whether, whatever that means to you, as far as you measuring kind of your growth along that process, and not judging yourself. I think everyone makes mistakes, and I think the term failure doesn't really make sense anymore as we're moving forward, because you have to learn, you have to mess up, and I think being receptive to the feedback is what makes you win the most in challenges, in times where you're just growing in general, receiving ways that you can improve and be your best, whether that's personally or if that's professionally, wherever you are in your journey. And this is just advice for people in general. I think with my channel, I've been taking this time off to kind of regroup and figure out kind of where I want to take it as I've grown in my journey in the last 3 months. So, I'm here as I just share my experiences, and that can tailor to anyone. I did this to be a kind of vessel for myself. It's therapy to speak, and I think I become more relaxed when I use my voice, and that's a gift of mine, and I wanted to share that with anyone who resonates with what I'm saying or what I'm feeling, because you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you're like, wow, some days you're like, who am I? Some days you're like, dang, you got this. Some days you're like, what is going on? So those are kind of the things that come in my head as far as how, you kind of live life to life each day, and how I've wanted to resonate with you. So this is just an update on how I've been feeling. And what I've been doing, I've been trying to be more creative as far as, I'm so imaginative. I swear, I'm like, it's like I can see my future. I can see things, and I've always been empathetic. I've always been kind of intuitive in that way, where I can feel how someone else is feeling, therefore I can connect with them and be that space that they need. And that is a gift that I use, in just being with people, as far as that's a strength in me connecting with others, as far as being an occupational therapy student. I think, where was I going? I'm on a jolt. This is what happens when I just want to speak, But yeah, no, this channel, I feel as though I want to make sure that I'm connecting with you. So if there's any content that you feel as though you want to kind of learn about or connect with, just put that down. Anything you want to hear or see from me, I feel as though, in the YouTube days, it's like find your niche, but that can be so hard for me when I feel like I'm kind of, we're all like multidimensional. So what is my niche? It's like, this is a person, I'm going to connect with them, whether I'm saying this or that. So whether that's me connecting to occupational therapy students, or if that's me sharing my positivity, my motivation with those who need it, or, me sharing my spirituality, my beliefs, my faith, with anyone who connects with, whatever you are. I feel as people don't have to be put into a category with what they believe in, and you can be so many things and support so many beliefs that you look at the other person and you're looking at yourself. So that's how I feel, and that's why I want to connect with others who resonate with what I say. So yeah, just throw any info that you got. Let me just throw any info that you got that you want me to cover below. And I want to be sharing, more life updates, more like just sit here like I'm having a conversation with you. So let me know if you want to see more of that. Otherwise, I have so many things in store, and kind of personal projects that I want to expand with Avenues of Wisdom. It's spring, the summer's coming, it's time for new beginnings, and kind of how I want to expand this and have my message and what I put out reflect, my truth. I want to continue to speak my truth, and, in these times, it's like the world is changing so fast. there's a lot of pain, but then there's also a lot of light coming in. So I want to just be reflective of that light coming in. And that's why this channel is a vessel for light, to put you in a state of peace, because the world can be completely opposite. It can be filled with fear, control, anger, sadness. You know, anytime you look on the news, it can be kind of dark to just sit there and watch that. So I wanted to create this for a wave of positive media, and as far as me speaking my truth. So yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest and say that, because that's how things are going to be, you know, more moving forward as I grow, and me having the realization of I don't have to be this or that, I'm all these things. And me reminding you that you don't have to put yourself in a box as we move on, you know, with innovation, technology, everything's going to kind of shift and change. You're going to have freedom to be whatever, just be you. And you're not going to have to fit into a group or a niche. And just for me to speak my truth. So these couple weeks I've just been getting in a lot of hiking, and a lot of hiking, Zingy, right? While I do this, Zingy's in the back napping. That's the best part. That's the best part. Getting a lot of hiking, being barefoot, connecting myself to the ground, kind of all that anxiety, that state of doing sits you up here. And when I'm truly barefoot, connecting to the earth, connecting to the ground, I can literally feel myself become more in a state of peace. And that follows the intention while I'm doing it. And some people can think, what does that even mean? You know, but I think as we move forward here, there's going to be a lot of blending of spirituality and science, and what you can truly expand, and see from your personal experiences of it working or not just the research behind this and the research behind that. It's more holistic. It's most of those things you can't really document or explain. So I know if you're watching this, you probably get what I'm talking about, and that's more things that I would love to expand on later. And I've been wanting to do a barefoot video as far as like what I do and how that helps me and resets me. So let me know if you want me to do that also. I can do a video on that as well. But I've just been playing my guitar and being with my family, and I think I'm going to kind of see my friends a little bit more now that I got more time on my hands, and just connect with everyone that I love until we kind of start classes up in June as far as summer courses. And I'll have my last fieldwork coming up in November, and that'll be kind of the end of this journey for me, as far as my master's in occupational therapy. And coming up here in August, I'll be moving out of Duluth. So this is a place where I truly found myself, and I found my light, and the fact that there's a lot of light within me, and the belief in that. And that's always an ongoing process, but I think my connection here, my connection with the difference being by water in your life can make, like, it can just totally change you and who you are. And that's the journey I've been on truly since I've come up here for graduate school. So I wish you all light and love, and I hope you're doing well, and I look forward to connecting with you more. Hit me on Instagram, Avenues of Wisdom. I've also just joined Clubhouse. That's a fun time. Follow me on there, as well as, you know, there will be more media and content moving forward. That's straight truth. So if you'd like to see more of that, subscribe. I think we're we're growing as a community, and it's basically, even though we have never met, we could truly be family. So that's why I want to connect with you. And yeah, I'm gonna play my guitar a little bit more, and Zingy, she's just looking at a tree. I'm gonna go, we might hike a little farther here, so. Sending you love, light, and wisdom. We all could use a little bit more, and I'm just reminding you to stay in your truth and stay in your state of peace, in love, so that you can embody the best part of you that you can be. So thank you. Till next time.